All right, this is video number 2 for the Chapter 5 opener. This time we're going to be rewriting literal equations. So we're going to solve equations for y. Okay? So, number 3 in the notes. Excuse me. All right, so I want to locate y, and in this case it's right there, and I want to get that all by itself. Okay, so we have to get rid of everything else that is on that side of our equation. So I need to move this -5, and I need to move the -2x. So we always start farthest away from the variable we're trying to isolate. So in that case, it's the -2x, because this -5 is connected to the y, so that's kind of as close as you can get. So we got to start farther away. So we're going to get rid of the -2x, so I'm going to add 2x to move it to the other side. So I end up with -5y equals, and you can write this in any order. You can say 10 plus 2x. I just like to leave things as slope-intercept form just because that's what we're used to, where x is always first. So I have a 2x plus 10. And I still need the y all by itself, so I'm still trying to get the y by itself. So I needed to get rid of that -5. Well, it's multiplying the y, so I'm going to divide by -5 to everything. So these -5s cancel, and I'm left with y equals. Now, if things could simplify, we would simplify it, because I have a 2, but I have a 2 divided by 5, that doesn't really simplify. So we can just leave this answer alone. So 2x plus 10 over -5. All right, so let's try number 4. All right, again, we need to find y. Here's y right there. So let's start farthest away from it and get rid of the 3x. So I'm going to subtract 3x. Okay, these cancel. I get -7xy equals a -3x plus 21. Okay, I'm still trying to get this y by itself. So I'm going to divide now. Since all of this is multiplying the y, I'm going to divide by a -7x. So these cancel. The -7x divided by -7x is 1, so it all goes away. So I'm left with y. Now, to simplify this, yes, I can divide 21 by 7, but I can't divide the 3 by 7. So I'm not going to do that. The only thing is I have a negative out front divided by a negative. So I'm going to go ahead and divide everything by a negative. So change the sign of everything. So I end up with a positive 3x, but that leaves me with a -21, and it is over 7x. Okay? In the previous one, only our denominator was negative, so I left it alone. But this time, my first term and the denominator was negative. So I needed to correct that a little bit. Now, you could have left it as a positive 21 minus 3x, and then you could have left the negative alone. But there is simplified. Now, one thing I do want to point out, that when you get to the practice, you might have a problem that looks kind of like this, where you would have 3y plus, I don't know, 4xy equals 12. I don't know. I'm making this problem up. But notice I'm trying to get y by itself, and it has 2 y's. So in this case, I'm going to factor out a y from everything. So I end up with 3 plus 4x. So then to solve for y, I'm just going to divide by 3 plus 4x. Okay? So just pay attention that there is a problem like that in the practice. So now you can do problems number 7 through 12 in the practice and get that submitted and turned in, because that should finish up your practice for the Chapter 5 opener.